Well, I just think that Ed is a good man. I think he's proven himself in the court of law, and I think that he knows what the feeling in the community really is. So I think he will be a great judge. Yeah, well, that process I thought wasn't handled very well. I think it was probably politically motivated. Um, I just, uh, what happened is an argument ensued with my lady friend, and that was it. She wants nothing to do with the whole thing. It was a little bit of a misunderstanding. Certainly no violence, uh, but instead of investigating the thing and really knowing what they're talking about, no one ever talked to me. No one ever talked to her. The only one that ever talked to her, she tells me, is the Women's Center pushing her to try to make a case out of it. But uh, it just didn't make any sense. The message that it should send everybody is when the facts were once laid out and the witnesses spoke, it was very obvious that there was no domestic violence there whatsoever. First of all, this is a small community. In the legal system, everyone knows everyone. I've been in this community for 70 some years. And it just seems that everybody is buddy buddy. One of the guys that's sitting on the outside getting their fingers pointed at him is Ed Czuprynski. Uh, any murder cases or anything like that comes along, usually it's Ed that handles them and looks out for the guy that's in trouble, whether it's right or wrong. He represents them and does a good job. So uh, there, just as I said at the time, there's just a lot of fooey going on out there, buddy buddy system, and I don't believe in that. The bond situation made no sense. Here's a 70-some-year-old guy, never been in trouble in his life, a business person in the community, and says that I can't see my lady friend that I've been with for 15 years, and she can't see me. That is the most ridiculous thing ever. Made no sense. Why would they do that? I have no idea. I would think that there should be, I know in other places that we've had some experience in the courts, you don't know who the judge is even going to be because it goes on a rotation system. But it seems like here in Bay County, they make their own rules and say who's going to take care of this part and who's going to take care of this part and who's going to take care of this part. That doesn't make sense to me. I think it just took a lot of taxpayers' money to waste all this time, as well as the money it cost me for my representation and time it took in the court. It just a waste of money. Yeah, they know exactly where the case is going. They know exactly who the judge is and how he thinks and what he's going to do. So they have a little arrangement, even if it's an unwritten rule, they know what's going on. Well, yeah, I did. In fact, I know some of the people from the prosecutor's office that was handling the case, and they didn't even agree with what they were doing. You know, if that tells you something, but they're told what to do, so that's what they have to do. I think so. I think that he would look at the facts more and do a bit of an investigation to find out really what the case was. I believe that there was no investigation whatsoever. There was just none. It's just a matter that someone said, well, uh, he was involved, and so he's guilty. That's basically what they say, instead of investigating and see what their case really is. No, other than I really think that it would be great to give Ed a shot at being the judge. 62 years old, he's had a lot of experience, and I think he'd be a very fair judge. Well, I think there's a lot of people that would really like to see Ed and get behind him and where he could be judge. But they are frightened, they're afraid to, because the system is out there, and a small community, it's just like myself. They say, oh, you're supporting Ed Czuprynski. Maybe there's something wrong with you. Well, you know what? People should stand up for what they believe. This is a free country. You should not be afraid to say who you like and who you don't like, even if you're the only one. But I believe there's a lot of people who want to say something, and I hope they do. So that's all I got to say about that.